Hi, today I want to talk about something that a lot of people have commented about, which is the fast serve and how to return it. First of all, I will show you the serve as it's performed most of the time at a medium level.
So the serve that we're talking about is something like this. So as you can see, when I do this, it's quite obvious what I'm going to do. It's easy, relatively easy to see where I'm going. Right? In general, you don't want to be too close to the table. So when you're returning, a lot of the time people just let their arm hang a little bit loosely and they're more or less at paddle's distance. You can actually be a little bit further away as well. Why? Because if somebody plays short, you step in anyway, right? You're not gonna stay this close and then just hang over. No, you always have to step in with your leading foot. So in my case, that's my left foot. For the backhand, it's the same. The same foot comes forward. And I mean, if you're low enough, you can really get close enough to the net with just one step. You don't need to be here for any reason, right? So you can be here, ready for a longer one, ready for the shorter serve. Just imagine my opponent is playing a serve like that from that side, right? Then I need to be in a neutral position, which covers everything on this side of the backhand, and also until here in the forehand, because in principle he could play quite wide to my forehand. So I have to be nice in the middle. You can reach much more with your forehand than with your backhand, so you can leave a bit more space here, but you need to be ready for the backhand as well. You keep your paddle above the table, so it's easy to go to both sides, right? So that's why you keep it more or less in the middle. If it's very obvious, like I just showed, that it's going to go in a specific direction, you can already move a little bit more towards that side. Since you can see this coming, take a few steps back. So I know this is gonna happen. Take a step back. And then I try to make a compact stroke and use my hips to guide the ball. I don't have to make a really big movement with my bat because there's enough speed and spin coming in. So you stay over the ball in general, because to do it that fast most of the time it's not an underspin ball. It will have some side effect, but if you go enough through the ball, it won't affect you much. Like if you just try to play it softly, there's something else. So when somebody plays a serve like this, they're still ready more or less for a forehand, even though their arm is here, but the middle is going to be very hard, the backhand is going to be very hard. So you try to place it well. So towards the middle is a good idea, or deep to the other side, which is harder to do if it's the short side. So you can also decide to go deep exactly where I came from, because their arm will still be quite high up. If you want it to return faster, you don't have to hit faster. You can also just catch it sooner. So when it's still going up, in this case, if you notice you have trouble controlling the spin, you can choose for the long side, right? For the same reason that they're out of position anyway. If you notice that they're ready for it, go for the middle. It's still quite a long distance. The short side is short, so it's easier to miss the table. Now for the backhand, is the same. Basically, you see it, take a step back, use your hips. What happens now if somebody does a better serve, and instead of doing like a telegraphed movement, they start the same, and then it comes out fast anyway. First of all, you do a little bit of wrist, right? And if you feel confident, you can add a little bit of hip to it as well. A little bit of wrist, not much more. A little bit of hips. watch my YouTube channel to see the more advanced version where I will go into details on why the serve is not a good idea, the way I just performed it, and how to do it better, and then maybe some more advanced ways of returning that same serve.
Like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked, and leave a comment in the comment section to let us know what you would like us to cover next. Of course, don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss any new videos.